everybody. Welcome to our podcast. We have a special guest here, one of my best friend and the life coach here. His name is Gustavo. We're gonna go through the social media of psychology, and we're gonna go through that with you guys. And yeah, just bear with us. Hello to Gustavo.
Hello.
Hello, Rico. Hello, Andy. Hello, everyone. It's nice to be here and talking about such an important thing. Today, I'm gonna talk a little bit about what are what are how the social media can affect people's psychology, right? Um, there's a bunch of things that have been happening in the past years since the social media started to become like a phenomenon and a crazy between people, right? So I just wanted to talk about a little bit what can we take what are the good things that we can take from it, what are the bad things that we can take from it, and how can we use it in the proper way so it don't affect so much us in our personal life. um, so to begin, I just wanted to say that if you guys want to interrupt me anytime to comment anything, you can. And also sometimes I'm gonna do some just ask some questions to you guys, like what do you guys think about it, and so you guys can comment a little bit over the topics that I'm gonna talk today.
hmm
So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is about the advantages, right? Because we know that social media right now nowadays uh, there's a lot of functions for it, but we can say that social media nowadays, the best way to use the social media is as a tool, right? And there's a lot of tools that you can take from the social media. One of them, of course, is not just about tools, but about socializing, about networking, about business. One of the important things, of course, nowadays that like we have like a pandemic few years ago. Of course, right now everything is good, but there's a lot of things that the pandemic left for us in the digital world because people got used to be online and do things online. A lot of people that was working were working outside in their companies, in their buildings. Now they're working from home, and a lot of people were working from home during the pandemic, right? So one of the important thing is that like in the past was more difficult to follow your friends, to follow people that you know. Now you are able to know everything that they are doing when they are posting online, so you can know if they are on a trip, if they are um, how they are doing at work, what they are doing in their personal lives, so you can talk to them about it. It's easier to follow your friends and to know what they are doing. Of course, also following people that you admire. It doesn't need to be your friend. Let's say that you have an idol or that you have like a famous person that you like a lot. In the past, you only could see this person on TV, just like watch them acting in movies or watching them playing their sports or any other area that they were, right? Right now, you can know more about their personality, how they are in their day-to-day lives. And this is cool, right? Because when you have an idol, you want to know that he's also that this person is also a human being, and that they have a life, and you can follow these people. So I think this is a good advantage as well. Of course, if you know how to use it and you have the right mindset for it, of course, because it can bring disadvantages that I'm going to talk about later as well. Um, Another thing that is really important for advantage that I know that I understand is the knowledge, right? There's a lot of good content on social media, on even TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and the other social medias, Twitter, that is good information and good content for you to get some knowledge. Nowadays, you can actually learn about anything online, and you have like even like really fast and practic videos that you can watch uh, and things that you can read inform yourself and to just get good knowledge. So it's a good thing about social media as well. Of course, business. A lot of business are online nowadays, and people actually promote their business on social media. So if you have a business, of course, you're gonna have a profile on Instagram about that, like a profile on Facebook, to just advertise your product to people. And it's a great organic and also paid way to grow your business, right? I give my own example. My mother is a beautician, and she a few years ago when we were in the pandemic, I had the idea of creating a professional Instagram profile for her, and I was just like putting posts about like how to treat your skin, and also putting posts about like massage and everything, like everything that my mom does. She doing that in practice with videos, and also she on a video talking about the products and talking about the things that she does, talking about things that is good for people to know how to take care of themselves, of their beauty, of their skin, and all of that. And also doing posts like about like with information, not just with videos, but information for people to know more about everything that involves this. And I didn't spend any money. I just spent time creating the designs, just getting the information to create the posts. And this was really good for me because I developed a little bit more my skills on the designs and everything. And my mom starting getting more followers. Her clients, when she goes to their houses to treat them, and to massage and to the cleaning of their skin and everything, they were posting like about her, and other people from their profile was like they were starting following her and actually asking like, how much is this, how much you charge for this service, and blah blah blah. And she started growing and getting more clients, and I didn't spend any money. So it's a great way for you to advertise your product, right? And also, of course, you have like pay ads, right? You can pay like ads on Facebook, on Instagram, so it get like to more people, right? Like it's just a way to also, of course, investing a little bit, but or a lot of money, but you have this way as well to promote your business, and I think it's a great thing. Another thing is networking, right? You can talk directly to in the direct message to people that are in the same area as you, so you can just like get in touch with them. For example, LinkedIn is a social media, is a business social media, and you can just connect with other people and maybe get a good job just using the social media. So I think networking is really important as well. Even like crimes, right? Like investigation, let's say, uh, a lot of like crimes, or a lot of people were catched on social media through investigation, and the proofs that they were committing that crime were there in the social media. So it makes easier also to locate people, right? And to investigate crimes. And another thing that we can think about. Awareness. Awareness is another topic that is really important, right? Like what I feel though these days is that um, people are getting more informed about like the preconceptions of like racism, like homophobic, and all of those kind of stuff. Like we see the example of the Brazilian player Vinicius Junior that actually was worldwide. Everybody was like extremely shocked with what happened about racism, right, on football. And everybody, even that people that didn't like that don't like football, was like actually knew about it, right? So I think social media also can help people to be more conscient about the world, how the world works today, that those kind of things are not accepted anymore. And the strain of the social media against it can help a lot to beat those kind of situations and educate people what is right and what is wrong. And sometimes they don't have this education at home or with their friends. So awareness is a really important thing as well. And the last thing that I could think of about like advantages of social media is entertainment, of course. When you want to entertain, when you want to like when you are sad and you watch like a puppy video, or like anything that makes you laugh, that makes you entertain, is good as well. Of course, you have to know how to use it and dose the right time of like how to use it. But it's really important also we have fun in our lives, and is a way to have fun, is a way to distract yourself. Sometimes you have a problem, you feel bad, you feel down, and you watch like a funny video, and that makes your day a little bit better. So I think those are the main advantages that I can think about the psychology of social media, and also the great functions and tools that you can take off the social media. And now that I finished the part of the advantages, I want to ask you guys, what do you guys think about that? If you guys have anything to add or comment about all the advantages that I say.
I thought about something during when you were talking about awareness. I think just adding on top of that point, Gustavo, is good to be mindful about what type of mindset you are having when you're using social media or internet, right? If you have the mindset about learning or being expressive regarding your own different types of emotions or feelings, and also on the same page, it would be knowing how you can utilize that to help people or even help yourself, right? So lots of times, let's say when we feel like maybe we want to express something from our mind, it's good that you can make a post, right? Oh, today I think of this concept of idea, and then you can share it just by a simple click of a button, and then everyone would be able to either get exposed to the information or they would be able to express their comment. But of course, I'm sure that when we talk about disadvantage later on, then we would be able to talk a little bit about that aspect as well, right? So I feel like one point that I feel about advantage is you can use social media as a tool to polish your own expressive skill, right? Like how are you gonna show or tell the other people or the audience to know your own feelings, right? I think that that's one of the things that I thought about.
One of the things that you said, Rico, that I didn't understand really well, it's about like people saying how they feel in online. I don't know if you meant that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that
yeah.
you thought that this is as an advantage, right?
Mm-hmm. So when you think
I
about that, it's more like for people that are a little bit of let's say the personality is a little bit more introverted, right? So they might not want to share with other people immediately from that mean, but only from the online aspect.
Yeah, I don't agree too much with this part that you said. I think social media is a really dangerous place for you to share your feelings. There's a lot of people that hide uh, their faces, putting like different avatars and everything, and say a lot of bad things. They just want to put you more down. So sometimes when you express your feelings online, there is the web bullying, right? That
Mm.
people just want to take advantage of that and just make your life even worse. So
Mm.
it's dangerous in my opinion. Like I don't think that's a good thing. And also people could get more anxiety if they don't get any response from people. Let's say
Mm.
that someone just posts their feelings and nobody said anything. Like what the person, like nobody cares about me. So I
Mm.
think if the person wants like to put it out, right? Like to just express their feelings, they should look for a professional help, or even like the help of their, if they don't have like money conditions to pay for a psychologist to help them directly with it in this, just talk to their own family, right? To their mother, to their father, or to a close friend that could help them out. I think that will be better than just throwing this out to everyone to see what you're going through, and maybe just people, it could bring you even more down, because
Mm-hmm.
people don't need to know everything that happens in your lives, right?
Yeah.
I think that's a dangerous thing, a dangerous area for people to express their own feelings, right? So that's one of the things that I think are disadvantages, because internet is a really dangerous place. People sometimes just have use like fake names, and they just don't care about anything and just say a lot of bad things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just dangerous in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is a big situation, you know.
Cool. But actually, I'll give you an example. So from your example that we were talking about, people can use their own avatar or some other identity, right? To be
Mm-hmm.
saying, like, let's say I'm gonna just say in the example of using a forum, right? I'm sure that some of us might have been that age group that was only forum where you go in, there's certain types or groups of people there. You just have your own profile there and you make a post there, right? Hey, I have this situation, right? Like maybe I have a problem with my boyfriend, girlfriend, and they make a post there and then they seek out for opinions. So when they're asking the question, they're not in the sense of exposing themselves as in, hey, I am so and so, here is my problem. They might even be able to phrase it in a way that, hey, my friend has this type of situation, and then they ask for feedback and opinion. I feel like those people use social media as the tool to help them not only alleviate their own anxiety and stress in their own way, right? So they might not think about having a psychologist. Maybe they think it's too expensive, or they think they shouldn't go out there to tell people in person because they feel actually ashamed or they're shy, right? So having that barrier of being on social media, you don't have to expose yourself. You don't have to have a face for you to say, hey, this is my problem. Whereas when you go to the psychologist, that person knows it, right? So it's a little bit of a difficult situation there as well, right?
I understood your point. Like,
Mm.
of course, the person don't have to reveal their identity to express what they're feeling and ask for opinion. So this may be a good way. But as
Mhm.
I told you, even that they are using like an avatar, and they say that and ask for people opinion can be good and people opinion can be bad,
Yeah,
because people
double
can
edge.
just make fun of it,
Mhm.
right? Like, and then it's just gonna go the opposite way that the person wanted. The person wanted to alleviate and then end up getting even more anxiety.
Yeah.
Even this way, I think it's dangerous, you know.
Mhm.
But it, of course, is better than exposing yourself, right? Like this way, the person will not know your identity for sure, but it's
Mhm.
still dangerous in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
So
I got
piggybacking,
your point.
right? So I was going to tell you this point as well. I think this leads to what I wanted to say as well as an advantage is the convenience, right? So you don't have to get out there. It's not like back then when there's no internet, you have to go to some type of community center. Hey, can I find someone to talk with and so, and then you have to wait for a lineup, or you have to make a booking appointment, things like that to be able to even solve the problem. Nowadays, you can just open up internet and even you Google, right? How do I solve this so and so problem? And then there's answers coming up, which we kind of talk about. And I'm sure that we also will talk about that too, right? Which type of information is correct, right? Which one is not correct. So knowing how to identify and knowing how to actually utilize the information would be huge as well.
Yeah, that's a great advantage. It's because it gets a little bit out of the social media, and goes to like content, right? So on Google, you actually can research about everything and you can have answers for everything. And before you couldn't. Before you had to go to the doctor or to the library or to a professional or ask someone that knows about this topic. And nowadays the information is right there in your cell phone, right? You just can go and research about it. So of course this could be used as an advantage. As I said, people have to know how to use it. And nowadays it's getting even like each time like more difficult for people to actually get interest to read about something, to read like a book or to read like a whole a blog or like a big content, right? Like
Yeah.
people just want fast things, and I will
Yeah.
talk about this in disadvantages, right? And want to get everything really really quick and don't getting